Hello folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today is Friday, July 28th, 2017. As usual, it's me, Jake Baldino, here to talk about some video game stuff. Gather around, kids. Let's talk about something that has been really taking the internet by storm very briefly this week, and that is Grand Theft Auto 6. Basically, what went down was a leaked resume posting by a motion stunt capture artist who has previously worked with Rockstar, apparently on Grand Theft Auto 5. This resume posting listed him working on Grand Theft Auto 6 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Now wait a minute, everybody freaked out, everybody immediately thought it was real because we've had leaks like this in the past that did eventually kind of confirm games, but here it turned out to be not the case. While there are still people out there that insist that GTA 6 is in development, we really don't know, and this doesn't really confirm one way or another because the actual actor Tim Neff came out and said, hey, this is a fake posting, this is not me, I'm being trolled. And I gotta say, when I read the news that it was fake, I was kind of disappointed because when I saw, oh, the first Grand Theft Auto 6 leak, I was like, so it begins. Something interesting to speculate and talk about. But nope, nothing. But in some news I'm pretty happy about, from San Diego Comic-Con, we got a new look and a new trailer confirming that Terry Crews is absolutely, definitely, 100% in Crackdown 3. We got a look at his in-game model. He has his own suit, and actually the character of his in the game is named after his son in real life. I think that's kind of cool. It really begs the question, why didn't they announce this at E3 when they showed him off? They did it, but they didn't confirm that he was a playable character. Now we know he is. Now I know I'm going to play as him, and I'm all about it. Like, we didn't get him as Doomfist for Overwatch, which is out this week, but hey, at least we get him in Crackdown 3, which I still don't know if that's going to be good.
I don't know, I'm hoping it's going to be
I don't know, Agents of Mayhem looks better.
It does.
But I love Crackdown. So, like, you saw it at E3.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fine. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But something that blew up my feed and my messages this week was Walmart apparently kind of screwed people over. The SNES Classic pre-orders went live on Walmart before anywhere else, so people jumped on it. They were very quickly snatched up and sold out like it goes now with Nintendo shit.
SNES Classic?
SNES sounds disgusting. I can't say that.
Really?
It sounds like I SNESed. But now, after this week, cancellation emails rolled out for some folks, and then eventually everyone's order got canceled, and Walmart just released a statement and said, hey, this was an accident, it was a glitch, it was a mistake, it wasn't supposed to go live, sorry. That's it. So I guess there's no real lesson learned here other than that, like, okay, like, you got that pre-order, but nothing is sacred, so now you're gonna have to hunt down for one again if you really want one. Or just use an emulator, because I know everyone's going to say that in the comments. But if you're one of those people out there that does still play Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go Fest was this week in Chicago, and apparently it was pretty much a disaster. According to reports, fans there and reporters and everybody on the scene, apparently it ended with the crowds chanting, fix the game, fix the game. Because basically a lot of the reasons they went there, the game was barely working in that region. Apparently there were server issues on Niantic's end, and they couldn't really get things figured out. But I've also heard from some other folks that went that it wasn't a complete disaster. They did get to play some certain things and get some things and make some new Pokemon Go friends along the way, which is nice. But I gotta say, damn man, Niantic, you guys had one of the most record-breaking apps ever, generating a bajillion dollars, and you still can't get your shit together. You botched the launch of the very game, so I wasn't really surprised that you botched the first big event. Hopefully they learn from next time, because now roughly 30 or 40 people who went to Pokemon Go Fest are now filing lawsuits against Niantic, which I don't know if that's really gonna come of anything, but basically they're pissed that they spent money on plane tickets and hotels to go to this Pokemon Go Fest and get nothing that was promised in return. Niantic has given people refund on like tickets to go and everything, but some people want more. Did you go? Is it as bad as everyone is reporting, or did you find some good in Pokemon Go Fest? Let's talk down in the comments. I do want to hear if you went. But you know how the show goes. Every week we dig into the internet and try and find weird things that people made revolving around video games. And with all the Comic-Con news going around, everyone's talking about Captain America, who has a beard now. He's a big sexy daddy. Look at him. But thanks to this artist on Twitter, Boss Logic, his fan posting is incredible. Look at this. First, it started off with people saying, oh, Chris Evans' Captain America looks very much like Big Boss. But this guy went full on and just made a Metal Gear Solid movie poster. Chris Evans as Solid Snake. And honestly, I could see it. That's just fun. It also is funny because it looked so good that when I posted it, some people thought it was actually real. And I think we can make entire videos on actually discussing a Metal Gear Solid movie that is apparently in the works, but we'll save that for another time. Not only that though, speaking of cool things people do in video games, check out this cosplay. I hate this.
Oh no, I'm about it.
I'm about it too. Like, it's the most gross, realistic, nasty Waluigi I've ever seen. This dude is dirty. This is cosplayer Mick Igny. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but this is incredible. This is full creepy rapist Waluigi. If you want to see some more photos of that, we link everything we talk about down in the description. You know the deal by now.
We deserve the emoji movie if you really think about it.
Yeah, I think we do. But in some interesting news with Titanfall 2, I don't know if you guys have been following this much. Maybe some of you PC gamers did. But recently, they removed de novo. You know, the piracy prevention software that a lot of games have, much to the ire of many people. They removed it, but Respawn had a very interesting statement about it, saying, and knowing that there was now a pirated copy going around, they said, and I quote, "A cracked version of Titanfall 2 has found its way onto the internet. We hope those players that are playing it are enjoying their time on the frontier and will choose to buy the game to play multiplayer." So basically what Respawn was saying is, hey, pirates, you got it. Enjoy it. Enjoy that single player. Maybe if you like multiplayer enough, you'll buy it. So that's them kind of not condoning piracy, but just kind of dealing with it in a very diplomatic way. As someone who doesn't really have a horse in this race, I bought Titanfall. I really like it. It was one of my favorite games last year. But I want to know what you guys are thinking. Do you think Respawn's way to react to it is the right way? But something that I woke up to this morning, I saw in my feed. I don't usually like to just talk about dumb little things that go on Twitter, but you have to see this. It looks like whoever is behind the official GameStop store account, it looks like they're fucking done, man. GameStop basically is now a condescending dad where they posted a tweet for a giveaway, and someone was asking, how many retweets can I get for a free Nintendo Switch? And they came back with, get a job. It only just starts there because they said that multiple times and started arguments with people where people said that they were rude, and they clapped back with a lot of really kind of hilarious things. I saw some people actually kind of getting a little jammed up about this, saying, how could you be so rude to your customers? And you know what? Not defending GameStop or anything, because I do think they are a complete ripoff, but sometimes you gotta fight back a little bit. Is it unprofessional? Maybe, probably. Is it funny though? Yes. And also briefly, if you're keeping your eye on like newer, big game announcements, recently Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick said some interesting things about 2K. Apparently a quote-unquote huge title is on its way. Listen to his quote. Obviously, fiscal 2019 will look much better with the launch of Red Dead 2 and a huge new title from 2K. That's a really small quote. Honestly, it's a slow news week for big announcements and stuff, but a lot of people are speculating this is going to be Borderlands 3, which very much does make sense, but I do think that BioShock brand has been more active than usual over the last year, which suggests to me that something is going to happen, some sort of new BioShock without Ken Levine, which, do we want that? That's a whole other question. I don't know, whatever you're into, you can put your hopes and dreams in whatever you want from the next 2K game. And of course, since we bring it up every week, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, better known as PUBG, is getting a cool new update with a bunch of different new outfits that are all themed around movies, most particularly Battle Royale. But interestingly enough, very soon they are going to be fully integrating their loot crate pay for stuff type of thing, which does seem to have some people fired up, but like playing the game, going into this game, knowing the way it's structured, knowing the model, like did you expect not to be able to pay for cosmetics? But speaking of PUBG, every once in a while we do those glitch videos, so there's a link below to submit your glitch to get it featured in one of our videos. We'll link your channel and you'll win a free game of your choice if we pick you as the #1 best glitch. So if you come across any weird things in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or like some hilarious glitches, because we've seen them out there, send them our way, we'll put you in a video and we'll hook you up. And speaking of weird multiplayer games, I put up on my channel a video about Fortnite. If you're curious about it, it's a very weird game. I had a lot to say on the before you buy, and I have even more to say on my channel, so if you're curious, go see. But you know what we gotta do now? That free console giveaway we do every single week. There's a link below, you click it to sign up, you enter once, then you're entered for good, and then every single week we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner, it's gonna be this person right here. So congratulations, be sure to keep an eye on your inbox and your spam, because I'm gonna be getting in touch with you soon to figure out how we can send you that console. But it's been a week, guys, right? Let's talk in the comments. How you feeling about stuff this week? Do you really think that Grand Theft Auto 6, even if this was a fake leak, do you think this is really in the works? Do you think it's something we're gonna see maybe right after Red Dead 2? Personally, I'm not convinced. I don't know. And were you one of the people that was let down by a Walmart pre-order for a Super NES Classic? Was that you? Are you pissed? Are you so angry that you could kill someone? Also, how do you feel about a Chris Evans as Solid Snake? Personally, I think he looks the part. I don't know if he can really pull off the part, but I'd be curious to see it. And what do you think 2K's next big game is in 2018, 2019? Do you think it's Borderlands 3 or do you think it's something else? Let's talk about any of this stuff down in the comments. I'll be down there talking with you guys as much as possible. But if you got anything more for me, maybe some hate, anything like that, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. But thank you guys for coming around every single week, hanging out with me and Tommy Boy over here, talking about some video games. We got a bunch of cool stuff rolling out on the channel next week, so keep your eyes peeled. But you know the deal, clicking the like button helps us out here. And if you are new, you should subscribe because we put stuff out every day. But as always, thanks for watching. I'm Jake Baldino. I'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.